Hi, everybody. Welcome into Mornings with Loretta. So, counterfeit goods are a problem all year long, but demand for gifts, household products, virtual learning items, and even health products mean that the holiday season is especially a busy time for all of us. And we want to give you some tools to use so you can enjoy. We're not going to let scammers and crooks steal our joy for the holiday season. Joining us is Executive Vice President of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Tom Quaadman. I hope I got that right, or near there, Tom. Did I get near
You
there?
got it right, Loretta.
All right, let me just ask you the first question. How big of a problem is the sale of counterfeit goods in 2023?
Loretta, thanks for having me on. So the short answer is it's a really, really big problem. If you can make something, you can fake it. And it's enormous, right? You have counterfeits with toys and electronics and medicines. And we even found during COVID that there was a thing such as counterfeit toilet paper, which sort of sounds funny up until the point that you need to call the plumber, right? But you have to remember too that counterfeit goods are unsafe. They're dangerous. So you can have exploding batteries in electronics, or with toys, you can have high lead content, which is dangerous for children. But then when you also look at it, it also costs the global economy $500 billion a year. And those costs are passed on directly to consumers and taxpayers. So this is a really big deal.
It is a big deal. And Tom, counterfeit toilet paper?
Believe it or not. Believe it or
I do
not.
believe it. I know, because it just amazes me the genius that scammers really are. If they would just use their power for good, right?
Yeah,
So
no,
let
and
me
it's yeah, so everybody thinks it's like watches or whatever else, but no, it gets into everything.
It's everything. So what are business and law enforcement doing to fight the fakes? What can we do and what
Yeah,
are they doing?
yeah. So what we're doing is, the business community and law enforcement have actually gotten together for a big partnership on this. So the U.S. Chamber of Commerce with the Customs and Border Protection Agency and the IPR Center have all joined together with an historic agreement where the business community is providing law enforcement with actionable intelligence. So as an example, about 10 days ago, there was a big bust of $1 billion worth of counterfeit goods up in New York. So we've been joining together to go out and fight back against the criminals.
I'm loving to hear that because we got to fight back, right? We can't, because it's costing everybody. People are saying it's not
Yeah.
affecting me. It's affecting everything and everybody. And as you said, they're touching everything that we use and we purchase. So let me ask you this, Tom, and I wish we had more time to really dive into that last question, that statement you just made. But how can you as consumers protect themselves against buying fake goods? Because one thing we know for sure is, we want to look out for fake purses like Louis Vuitton, the most, I think, fake item that people use. They try to get the Louis Vuitton all the time and use it as a fake. So what can we do to protect ourselves?
Yeah, so there are a few simple things. So last week, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with Customs and Border Protection, we released our Shop Smart tips that consumers can protect themselves. So you can go onto our website, uschamber.com/shop smart, and you'll find some tips on there. So, there's some simple things, right? Number one, if you think something is too good to be true, it is, right? But secondly, really pay attention to packaging, right? If the packaging doesn't look right, or if, let's say, there's misspellings on the packaging, that's a really big red flag. So there's some very, very simple tips on there of how consumers can protect themselves.
Okay, I like that. And I know this other question is so important, but we don't want to do this. But I want you to elaborate on how it really helps everybody if we just do this one step. So the question is, how do consumers report fake products? Because we just get over it and want our money back, but we don't report it so people know that it's happening and can prevent it from happening to someone else. So what do you recommend?
Yeah, look, I mean, we all fall into the trap, right? I mean, let's to be honest. And so there are three things that people can do, right? If you've got a problem, contact your local police department. We work with many local police departments as well on this, and they're very active. 2, go on the IPR Center website, so it's iprcenter.gov, and you can file a complaint there that they will take action on. And 3, don't hesitate to contact the business. So let me give you one example, right? We're all shopping online now. We're doing a lot of shopping online. So Amazon has created a counterfeit crimes unit that actually actively goes out and combats against counterfeits. They stop 99% of fraudulent listings from going on their platform. So if you can provide them with information, you can not only resolve your issue, but you might also help prevent counterfeit goods from coming onto the marketplace in the first place.
And that we all benefit, right? We all benefit.
Exactly.
And
right. Because that $500 billion we're all paying.
Oh, 500. You're saying billion, like with a B?
With the B, or you could also look at it, it's $500 billion, right? It's a big number.
That is a huge number. And people say, well, it's never happened to me, so I'm not affected. Yes, because prices have to go up to recoup that money. So it does affect you. So don't say it doesn't affect you.
That's exactly right.
And don't be that selfish.
Exactly
if it's
right.
affecting one of us, it's affecting all of us, right? So let's be diligent. Let's be diligent, and let's put these fakers where they should be to get some rehab and maybe use those skills for good. But I want them punished, because can you imagine getting something for your grandkid or your loved one and it's a fake and you paid all this money? How devastating that is.
Yeah, and look, and when, you and I have kids and, and the like, and nobody ever wants to give a child a toy that's going to harm them, right? And that's
Absolutely.
Part of the risk you run with the counterfeit.
Yeah, see, that's where you cross the line. You can sell me a fake purse at a department store because I'm not buying off the street. There's no reason to buy it off the street. Nothing wrong with outdoor vendors, but I just want to make sure I'm not talking about a vendor. I'm talking about somebody who's at the barbershop or the hair salon saying, hey, I got this. So yeah. Don't do that to my grandkids.
Remember too, right? These are criminals, right? So if they're getting that money, they could be using that money, to do other things that could be more harmful. So keep that in mind as well.
You're so right. Tom, oh my goodness, our time went so fast. Where can we go for more information? But first, Tom, promise you'll come back on Mornings with Loretta.
Loretta, I'm happy to come on anytime you like. And just remember, go to uschamber.com/shopsmart and you'll get those tips and get some more information of how you can protect yourself.
All right. You're the best. I appreciate you for taking the time with us today to educate us, inform us, and then give us those 3 amazing tips to help keep all of us safe. So happy holidays to you, Tom, and I hope you'll come back. And next time I'll be in my studio.
All right. Thanks, Laura, and happy holidays to you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So Tom had to go, but I got to give you some information about him, right? Because when I say he is super amazing, he is super amazing. And so the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Business and Law Enforcement team, they teamed up to educate Americans to shop smart. You got to shop smart, right? Let's not get so excited that we have the money and we have a good heart and we're going to do all the good stuff. Make sure that we're not buying fakes, because the scammers are out there. And again, I apologize, but I had to do physical therapy today and I didn't want to cancel the interview. And my therapist, she was so gracious and allowed me to use a room to come in here. So let me see if I can keep my finger out the way of this camera. I'm trying to juggle everything. Let me just take you on a twirl. Okay, I took you on the twirl to get my finger in the right place. So let me do this, but please stay diligent. And I always talk about mental health here and to encourage you to stay, to protect yourself, to protect your mind. Don't put too much pressure on yourself about spending money and trying to buy the most expensive thing for a person. It's just one day, and it's one of the most important days of my life because I am a Jesus girl. But please don't go broke in your spirit or your finances trying to get gifts for people, because your love should be enough. And if it's not, they're not ready for you. So in closing, think
your life live today, have your troubles away, maybe learn another way, hanging with your